We live? Oh, we live? Test. 1, 2, 1, 2, test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My name is Jeremy Marquez. Jake. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, guys? Jeremy Marquez, J Marketing. Formerly, I call you close, then we call you close. Power prospecting on to the next doors. And who knows what's coming up next? Many ventures, companies, LLCs, S corporations, sole proprietors. Oh, man, a couple years ago, I couldn't even open a bank account. Let me say that again. A few years ago, if I walked into a Wells Fargo or a Bank of America or went online to try to open a bank account, they would deny me. Because of a complete drastic change of lifestyle and way I do things. That's one of the positive results today is that I can get a bank account. And I can do some pretty cool stuff now to put some numbers in there, move it around, do different stuff. Guys, I've been homeless with nowhere to go in the last couple of years. I've had $0 and I've had the opposite. What's the point? The point is, guys, we all have the ability to lose it all and go to the gutter. And we all have the ability to go from the gutter to where we want to go. What's up, Saifu? Skip Trace, man. Hey, so my point is, guys, yeah, I've been homeless. I've had a home. I've had no money. I've had money. Okay. Part of my horoscope today was understanding all the different values that I offer. Not just the physical, not just the monetary, but guys, I have some clear stories that you guys hopefully are going to be able to relate to that I can share my personal life that integrates with business and how I'm able to completely shift the way that I am in life and the way that I operate. That's not what this live session is about. But if you want to know more about that, we can talk about that. If you read the title of this live session, we have, what do we got here? Our overview, how to create an effective investor-agent relationship. Relationship. I have a feeling that whole thing was muted. I don't know for sure. Let me see. Knowing that whole thing was muted. I don't know for sure. All right, so we're back. Doesn't matter. All right, let me get this shared a few places. You know, it's kind of funny. I always plug my merch guy, Royal Customs, but I wear this old ass merch. This guy tries to run a Royal Customs merchandise company. I tried to hook him up with some business the other day, which had been a huge account, and he lost the account. I can no longer endorse that company. I'm sorry. I'll say it publicly right here. I can't work with people who cannot work, get their own shit together. I cannot carry you. So if you read the description here, since 2011, I've been engaging hand in hand with real estate agents, brokers, and investors. Okay. I started working with realtors, selling them IDX stuff. IDX, information data exchange. Information data exchange. It's a developer tool that can be used for just that, the exchange of information. So in this case with real estate, the type of information that's being exchanged is, MLS data, property information, transaction, big data type stuff. Fast forward, guys, okay? What's the point? The point is, I have a lot of experience in working with realtors. I'm not a realtor. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm not a real estate broker. Since 2011, though, I've been providing services to realtors, auxiliary services, right? So it was in 2011, it was IDX, websites, things like that. I would be working with agents and presenting them different solutions and selling them new stuff for their business so they can generate more business in their business. So my business has been creating more business for their business. See? So, but not only have I been hand in this business, in this process and providing these services, but as doing so, naturally learning how this business actually works and operates, but not from the view of the realtor, from the view of a service provider whose target market has been real estate agents and brokers and investors. Since 2011, that's been my income. Okay. But I've been doing this with the intent to at some point make a transition to start doing my own business, start doing real estate. Okay. So I've been working around real estate, providing services too. Now I've been part of some deals as a source, helping set up, joint venture, that type of thing. Previously, when I was in my ISA roles, when I was set up listing agents, 25% of their commission would come to me. Now, my name wasn't on title, but I've been working deals since 2016. So that's when I made a transition from iHouse selling the websites to doing my own thing in 2016. See, and I talk about this a lot because this is the foundation that I've laid out for myself to proceed forward in the real estate investment world. Okay. Now, one of the big things that we do here as investors is we reach out to property owners. We reach out to other people who service property owners, like realtors, like insurance people, like mortgage people. My role here in this seat as a source of deals, my job is to find deals, put them together and source the deals to people who can do something with them, right? If the deal makes sense for me to do something with it, I will. In most cases, I'm looking at it and I'm packaging it up and I'm assigning it to an investor who's going to flip it, or they're going to put some work into it and they're going to put some renters in it, whether it's short-term Airbnb, long-term normal rental, vacation, whatever it may be, right? And so not only am I gearing up and building capital while I'm doing this, but I'm learning exactly what I want to be doing here in the next phase. See? Now I know for me myself, by 2027 end of goal on the wall, it's going to be 200 or more units, doors, right? But I can't sit there and stare at that goal, because me staring at that goal is not going to get me to that goal. But I can look at that goal and have clear targets to what it's going to take this week, this month, this year to get to where I need to be in 2027 and beyond. See? That just means it's all freaking good. I'm not late. I'm not on time. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Now, when I'm going after deals as a source, whatever you want to call it, a wholesaler, an investor, it doesn't matter what the title is. Here's what I'm doing is I'm finding deals, whether they're off market or on market, for people who are going to buy the deal. So I know what they're looking for in most cases. When I find a deal that makes sense, I'm going to put it into a contract and then flip that paper. as many times as possible for the rest of the year in California, in New York, in other markets as well. I say New York, you guys know I'm in Cali because my partner is out in upstate, and we're going to be looking at some markets up there. He's going to be actually out there with a hammer. No, he's going to be managing that side of things. He wants to be doing the projects, right? So it's a perfect thing. I'm going after these deals. He's going to be doing something with them. So he's the eyes of the numbers for the rehabs and that type of thing. And, you know, here's the thing. We know that there's going to be a deal that makes sense. You know, we're going to probably take it down. We know that there's also going to be some that make sense to hold instead of disposing. So we're geared up to do all of that. When I say we, I mean me. I mean those I work with. I have a company. It's called J Marketing. When it comes to business stuff, that's, you know, I'll be opening up. I have a DBA as well. None of that really matters, but everything's all in place now. The last couple of months, I've been going after sellers, right, and setting up relationships, you know, seeing us to sell their property, and going after the contracts. Because I lost focus a little bit. Here's the thing: there's more than one way to skin those cats, right? And I have a lot of experience in working with real estate agents and brokers. Most real estate agents have a handful of properties that they're sitting on, or they come across these properties that don't necessarily fit in their box to the ideal listing, right? And so if they have a relationship with an investor that is either buying property or works with a lot of cash buyers, it's a perfect opportunity for them to be able to earn more on that property that they may not even got nothing on. So rather than just getting one or maybe no transactions on it, when I'm in the picture, now there's 2, 3, 4, and it's a very solid buyer. You know, they don't have to deal with a bunch of BS that they would deal with like an FHA buyer that has to go through an inspection and that type of thing. So there's a lot to it. Now, it's not reinventing the wheel. I just got a friendly reminder about watching some content the last couple of days that's a huge part of what I have not really been focusing on. My blinders are going back on. So every now and then I have to remind myself to back up and take off my blinders. Let me check the comments here, see if we got anybody kicking it in here, and feel free to ask questions. But I'm just kind of giving you guys an intro of where we are. What I plan to go with this here. And unfortunately, it looks like the Facebook feed got screwed up. Damn it. What's up right now? Shoot. Let me see if I can fix this. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna call some on the market stuff that's been on the market for a few weeks and see if we can we can work with some realtors that have some listings. So here's the thing, like this one, for example, it's been on the market for 21 days. It's listed for $839. It's a little bit under market value. In the description, it has the word investment a few times. So other investors have clearly looked at it, and they're not jumping on it. And so there's something going on here. Do I really care about that? Really, all I care about is the data. What does the data show me here? Is there a deal here? And do I want to spend too much time going after it? So here's the outline before I actually go in here. Okay. So we have an on the market listing, right? So we usually go for something that's maybe a couple. This is one way for working with realtors as a source. Just one way. Going straight after the ones that are listed. Another way is to just go after the agent and create a relationship so they're constant and it kind of train and mold them for what you want them to be doing in the market. That's a great way as well. And that's what I'll do here with this one. But as far as finding it, it's just a different route. I can just go to the MLS and find this listing. And if I'm resourceful enough, I can easily find the listing agent's number, get into a conversation, and explain, kind of what I'm looking to do. See if this one is something that they would wiggle on, and just get into a conversation, because that's really what it is, a conversation. Let me see where I would want to be, though, if I get into this conversation. I know that they bought this thing for $495 back in 2004. $495 they got it for in 2003, November of 2003. And so it's a different approach than when you're just calling distressed sellers off of a list. It's a whole different ball game. And a lot of you guys out there may not be doing it because you're intimidated to call an agent. And when I think about it, back in 2010, before I started working at iHouse Web and I was calling hundreds of agents every day, yeah, that intimidation factor, that may have played a role, the intimidation factor. But just like with anything in this business, but in life, at least for me, repetitions make that better, right? The more that you do anything, the more that I do anything, the more comfortable you get with it. I mean, here's the thing. Every call is still different. But you have to remember, when you call an agent, that they have a fiduciary responsibility to be of service. They're a licensed professional. They're public. So most of them answer their phone. Most of them will get into a conversation with you as long as they're not busy, as long as there's an upside for them. You need to go in with knowing what their motivation is. Pretty simple, right? We know that they're motivated. Yeah, they want to help you, but they got to pay the bills. But how do they get paid, right? Transactions. I get creative as well. If it takes, if I have, let's say I have a new agent that brought me a deal, and after the transaction, let's say that they did not get the listing because we didn't take it back to market and the buyer decided to hold it. And I make $25,000 on the assignment. Maybe I give them $3,000 just to say thank you. I didn't have that $25,000 a few days ago, right? And not only that, because I want to have I want to have as many agents that when they have this type of property, before they even take it to market, they're hitting me up so I can put my offer together. And even if they have to list it, my offer's already in, and we're going to be, and they're going to accept it. Just formalities, take it to the MLS, and then that agent's getting both sides. Another motivator is then, after the rehab, if it is a fix and flip, that they can either partner or get the listing. Now, when an agent asks if they can get the listing on the backside, if they're insisting and that's the only way that I'm going to get the deal, yes. But I can tell them that they can be in a pool of the agents that are also sending us deals, right? And we do a round. I can be as creative as I want there, because I know these agents are going to be wanting to work with us because of the amount of deals that we're doing. When I say we, I mean me and my partners. So as long as we do good business on the front end and we perform, and I perform, and the deal gets done, it makes all the sense in the world to continue to send those my way until I give them a reason not to. So I'm going to be spending a large portion of my day with, the agent relationships. And then as I harness those, that part of it will be less. It will be now just working with the stuff they send over to me. I know there's this big giant program out there one of the gurus has, and I'm not trying to take anybody's thunder, but the thing is, like, I have been hand in hand with agents doing this type of stuff since 2011, and I'm just gearing the end point of where I'm trying to go with this, right? Now it's more of an upside in reality for everybody. In the past, the auxiliary services that I was offering, yes, there was results that come out of it, but it's not, the results were more towards me. It was, it was keeping the lights on. It was a great service. Some people made some money, but it was never meant to be anything more than what it was. Whereas now, this is going to be big time. It already is. Not only that, it's fun. This is going to be big time. All right, we're going to give me a few moments here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. There is no script to this live event. It is a live event. It is 11:06 on Wednesday, the 8th of June. If you guys have any questions related to this or anything at all, feel free to ask in the chat as I go along here. I'm going to start making some calls to get into some conversations with some agents. At first, I'm going to call some that I see that are on the market. And then I'm going to call some. I created a post on a couple of local yard sale groups. And I'll go over what I'm doing there with that. And what this is it's actually creating a way for inbound opportunities for agents that want to work with me. So I'm going to call them, having a conversation with them. Oh, yes, we're still here. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. A couple of cash buyers that just bought down here in Palm Desert. So these are on the market. I was looking at this one on Day Lily. So it's on the market. I have in the keywords won't last. And then, so what's funny is I put won't last, but this one's been on here for 21 days. So they put in the remarks won't last, but it's been on there for 3 weeks already. So I want to get into the conversation with the listing agent to see, kind of find out a little bit more about the listing. It'd be good for, if it's a good potential Airbnb, it'd be a potential seller finance. I think the owner is a builder, just off of assumption. So I go to the MLS details here, and it will tell me he's been listed for 21 days. It's a little under. It says the word investment in here, a few other things. My cousin actually physically in this market. He has a brokerage and an insurance company in Palm Springs. And so he's on the ground for me there if I have deals that he'll partner with me on. Coachella Valley Real Estate. Now, I don't call representing that, but like, let's say I have something that I need some help with down there, and Steve will jump in. But in this case, since it's a listing, one of the strategies that I'll use is just letting the listing agent know that if they were to submit my offer, they're able to represent me because I'm unrepresented. Again, double commission there. So rather than her getting 3% of the 800, now she gets 6%. That's a huge motivator in most cases. I might even call to get Steve over there to look at it. Yeah, because I know that they have 4 other properties, and I know their main property is in Newport Beach. It's probably all corporate properties for when their executives travel. And it looks like, yeah, it is a builder. In Utah. They might have built this community. Let me look at the full history. This might be the original owners. Corporate ownership. What do you think? We should just call. I rarely do this much analysis, so I'm going to stick to what I normally do and just call her and just see what's up. Just see what's up. You guys hear it?
Hello, you've reached Karen Walker. Sorry I can't answer this call. I'm obviously with a client or possibly on the other line, but your call is important to me. So please leave your name and number, and I'll call you as soon as I'm free. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Karen, it's Jeremy. I had a question about the listing on Daylily. My phone number is 916-241-3497. I got your text. So, yeah, just let me know when you're out. Just had some questions. I'm interested in it. And potentially I would have you put my offer in. So let's see where we are with this and see if we can make this one work. Thanks.
If you're satisfied with the message, press 1. To listen to your message, press 2. To erase and to send your message with normal delivery, press 1. To send your message with thank you. Your message has been sent.
So when I was working at iHouse, I mean, I literally would be calling 100 to 200 calls a day, getting into 30 to 50 conversations a day, closing anywhere from 1 to 10 new accounts a day. On average, about 30 new accounts every month. So that's new realtor clients that I would bring into that company. And so I spent my days just in conversation with realtors, just about marketing and about leads. So it's the same. It's a conversation that I'm just having a different conversation now. And actually, this is a more valuable conversation to these agents. She already texted me back. Like, you don't get that from service, right? So it's a different ballgame. This is a business conversation. See, and I get it. Some of you guys may not feel like you're ready to do that type of stuff, but to me, that's where I need to be most of my day. Not really with the distressed sellers. I'm going to have my VAs handling that. I have a master sheet, and so I'm creating a new one and a little tab on here from my agent outreach. We're going to be rolling out a CRM here soon, but until then, I have everything I keep on my Google Sheet, which I share with my team, and it does a great job. Does what I need it to do. Let's put it like that, right? Until I jump into a Podio or something like that. For me, it works. It is what it is. That's what I use. Okay. Let's find another one here. This one we're just going to call. try to look at this other one here. So this one has been on the market for 80 days. It says pending. Not even gonna waste our time. As long as like it's for rent, maybe they couldn't sell it. So they bought it back in 2016 for $450. They then sold it to these guys for $625 in June of last year. So they try to rent it right away. So I guess they're trying to burr it. Who knows what they're doing? But I'm going to see if they'll. It's probably not even ideal. Let's move over here. Change the filter up a little bit. Move this filter out of the way. And then I'm going to add another one in, see what that did. I changed it up, 123 on the market out there. Now let's change it up a little bit. I'm going to do property type, just single family. And then what I want to do is I'm going to go to listing info. I'm going to go 2 weeks out. So I want to look at stuff that's been on the market for 2 weeks. Four. So it adds one more than the list that I just. The Champagne Lane. It's been on the market 11 days. It says. Riverside. The only river that's out there is like a man-made river. So I'm in NorCal. That's about 6 hours south. Cali's freaking big if you didn't know. Wi-Fi is being freaking stupid this morning. I'm gonna have to call Comcast man and be like, "Hey, you guys got your check? Come on, do your part." If you guys are tuning in, man, I greatly appreciate it. See, I do these lives like this isn't monetary, okay? Now, if you guys want to bring some deals to me and we can work on some deals together, great. But I don't have a monetary to this. I'm doing this to share with you guys as I learn and as I document what I'm doing, okay? I don't want you guys to think I'm something I'm not, okay? I'm fully transparent with what I'm doing out here and where I'm going. And I do these videos because they help me. And if they're able to help you guys by me being transparent and giving you some insight on what I'm doing, that's freaking amazing. If I'm able to help build some community with some of the groups I have and that type of thing, great. There's people out there that are in the same spot that I am. They're going out this, and we can create some squad and go out some stuff and do some deals. Let's do it. I know where I want to be at the end of this day, and it has nothing to do with business. At the end of the day, tonight, I just want to feel happy. Okay? This is just a few things that I'm doing through my day to get to that end goal. I want to have a good night's sleep, and I want to wake up again tomorrow. I wouldn't be bullshitting. I'd be bullshitting you if I didn't say, hey, man, I'd like to get some stuff into contract. I'd like to get a fat check today. I'd like to maybe buy a new car, maybe have a nice new date with a new girl. But none of that stuff to me really, that's all BS. At the end of the day, it equates to me being happy. So let's do some stuff to make ourselves happy. All right. Let's go back to the filter here. And I'm just getting creative. Dude, I can go to Redfin and do it on there. You don't need Propstream to be doing this. I just have Propstream set up. Okay. MLS status. And if you guys are tuning in the chats, if you have different ways that I can be pulling this stuff, I'm just looking for on market stuff right now. I'm going to call listing agents to see if we can make something happen. Let's pull the listing data back a little bit. So stuff that's been on the market, let's say from the beginning of May. They listed it on May 2nd. So for some reason, it hasn't sold yet. Let's find out. Let's call and see why. Oh, well, let's call the agents and see if we can help them get that property sold. But see, it's more than just that property too, right? We're looking for that relationship. We want some agents to go to bat for us. We want them to be driving around thinking about deals for us. I remember for years, man, like I was the website guy. I was the guy, I was the cold call guy. Hey, it's Jeremy, the website guy, And then when I transitioned to doing the ISA stuff, I would say, hey, it's me, Jeremy, the website guy. Don't worry, not selling you websites this time, right? And then I would transition to what I was doing. So what I can do is be like, hey, it's Jeremy, the ISA guy. Don't worry. I know you don't need an ISA, but you got this listing here. No, I don't even. But here's the thing. Like, I've been doing this, which is freaking cool. And it's just transitioned to where I am now. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just ask. Okay, so it's active. We want it to be low market. Yeah. Ownership info. We want it to be an individual, if possible. Let's see what happens to the results when we do that. What about corporate? Only 15 that are corporate. Let's look at some of those. let's look at this one. They listed it on the 18th. Let's look at the details. And what's cool, like it's a big picture. What does that mean? So for me, it's big picture because it's not just about this listing. This is big picture because it's about this listing agent to me. I want to have the relationship with that agent. And I have lots of stuff that I can bring to the bat to add some value. So I'm hesitant about this one because the owner is like a government entity. I don't know if that will matter, but I'm gonna give this guy a call just to get in conversation with him. Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm personally not doing too much analysis before I call. Now, a lot of times I'm going to have my partner in the call room with me. So he'll be able to see what I'm looking at and do some searching and researching for me to feed me that info so I don't have to do it. But he's busy with other stuff right now. But a lot of times I'll be able to have that. Let me just take a quick peek at the website real quick, just so I don't make sure I know who I'm talking to. Movie listed at, he said he's listed at $260. He's overpriced.
Thank you for calling Providence Realty. This is Mercedes. How can I help you?
Hey, Mercedes. This is Jeremy Marquez. I was trying to speak with Scott or somebody that can help me with the listing on Blythe.
Yes, I can possibly answer your questions.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at it. Let me introduce myself. Again, I'm Jeremy. My partner and I are doing some flips down there. He's local, and I saw this listing, and I think it might work if we can figure out the numbers on it. So I wanted to reach out to see, one, if we wanted to make a move on it, you guys could represent us on the buy side, and two, if so, where we would need to be to make this work.
Okay. Well, we do require anyone who will input an offer to see the property, the interior and exterior. And then from there, you can submit an offer. If you want us to represent you, let me see if I can connect you to Scott. He might be able to help you out.
It's probably best.
Hi, Jeremy. He's actually on another call at the moment, but I can take down your information, and I know he'll want to speak with you.
Okay.
So I'll have you give you a call back as soon as possible.
There's no rush. Yeah. What do you need? What do you need?
Hello?
What do you need? Hello? What do you need?
Hello?
What do you need from me? I was on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I couldn't hear you.
I know, I muted myself on accident.
Oh, no worries. Is this the best contact phone number to reach you by?
Yeah, this is my direct number.
Okay, perfect. I'll have him give you a call as soon as he's off the call he's on.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Have a good day. All right, so call in. He's on the phone with another client. Blah 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 blah. So on to the next, right? So with that one, I really want to speak to Scott because it is more than just this listing. The whole idea is to have that relationship, but if this is one that we can put in and get an assignment out of it, and there's a little bit of a margin, why not? So if you guys are so far what I'm doing here with this event, getting some value, please make sure you hit that thumbs up and hearts button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe with the notifications on. There are some links to Propstream, to some other trials for my affiliates, Carrot website and the dialer. If you guys check that stuff out, it does support me. Greatly appreciated. No beating around the bush. That stuff does help. And it's software and programs that I use daily. And look at this post I made last night, looking for an agent to help me buy some property. So far, I posted it last night around 11 o'clock my time. And I have 30 comments with recommendations. Thank you, Ryan Zolan. Shout out to Ryan Zolan for that one, buddy. So that's people who are recommending their agent, but a few of them are also agents who are like, yeah, I can help you. So these are people who want to help me find properties that I'm looking for. Some might be on the market, some might be off the market. It doesn't matter. As a buyer, I can determine the language of the contract. Even if we have to use their contract, I'm able to insert any part of the contract I need to make it assignable, to exit however I want to exit, whether I'm exiting via the assignment, whether I'm going to close and then turn around and relist it, close, fix it, flip it, relist it, close, fix it, rent it, refi it, repeat it. There's many different options, and those are just a couple. Okay. A lot of my focus as we grow will be a lot of seller finance. If you guys are on Facebook, let me shoot you a link to the YouTube. If you guys are on Facebook, why don't you test out that star feature for me? Wi-Fi is being especially fun today. Okay, let's take a quick look here, a little closer. Okay. Let's try another one. Let's try one that's been listed for a little while. I just sent them a text. So going straight after them when they're on the MLS is one way. We go after the set listing agent and create a relationship and go that route. Another route is just approaching realtors that list property, creating relationship that are either buyer or seller agents, letting them know that what I'm looking to do in the market, and then going at it that route as well. Either way, it's establishing that relationship with a group of agents and brokers that want to do more business and understand what I'm doing in the markets that I'm focused on. Okay. So I did this live just to see if I can help open anybody else's eyes to the bigger picture. Sometimes when I'm grinding, it's easy to have the blinders on. But as an operator, it's important for me to come back and have that bird's eye and understand that there's a much bigger picture than just me working on some calls right now. The process, the systems, the little wins that I'm having will be scaled out to where there are others doing what I'm doing to create the same results from an operational standpoint. So I greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you got value out of this, please make sure you like it and share and comment. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you guys. If you have any deals that you need help with, I'm happy to help. If you have some properties that you want to sell, let's talk about that too. Have a good day.